Hello, cosplay world. We're here to commemorate our old friend, the heat gun, that I've been using for pretty much all of my videos since the beginning of this YouTube channel. That's a lot of videos, that's a lot of props, that's a lot of accessories and cosplays. So, I'm really happy with its performance and how well, it was just great. It was a very cool tool, so I really appreciate it. If you guys are looking for a heat gun, definitely the Wagner with these buttons and all these details. Just look, yeah, that's what you want to look for. When I bought it, it was $50. It actually has gone down to $40. So when you see the $20 heat guns in the store, there is really at no point a reason to argue for the cheaper ones, because these outlast the cheaper ones. And even like some of the more expensive models with the side fan and everything, just far superior model. It has much more control, has the greatest longevity because of that control, and just the most cost effective. So the thing that happens with all heat guns is there's the heating coils or heating elements around the central kind of ceramic core that is then heated up with various voltages, because I can raise and lower the voltages, and it has, like, I think 3 different sections. If I remember looking at it correctly, it was 3 different sections that heat up. I can read the manual again. And also it has a cooling cycle. It automatically cools itself. If you want it to. I sometimes do if I've been running it for a long time, or if I want to go idle and I don't want to turn it off. But anyway, yes, how it dies. How do these things typically die? It typically dies from a short, or just the wire dying horribly, or degrading. You'll notice a distinctive kind of popping sound for a good bit. At least for me, I recognize it right away. It'll sound like the fan is like kicking or getting stuck or something like that, if you're familiar with the fans getting stuck. But it's really the coil degrading, or the heating element degrading. Oh well. With this one, one of them went, and then after that it was gone. So, oh well. I guess that because it had all those options, it didn't completely fail right away. But it did happen fairly quickly in succession. I think it was because I had it all the way on, and then with more current it was all being forced into here, and then that just burned out way faster because of that. As you can see, it's really, really durable from me nicking it with a hot knife that's paired with regularly in my holder. It just holds up well. I think the worst damage that I did to it was accidentally putting it down, and it fell on its own cord and melted it a bit, but it was just fine. I don't want to ever do something like that with a heat gun again, because that easily could have just destroyed it. Your heat tools, be careful with them, boys and girls. Now in the past, I have popped these open and fixed the coil by reconnecting where they touch. That is only a temporary fix. I wouldn't recommend it, dangerous, and so on and so forth. But I have zombified them for a bit. With me at my current state, I felt it was better just to get a new one. And this is the new one. As you can see, it's the opposite. This one is black with yellow print, and this one is yellow with black print. I kind of like this one because it just looks cooler to me, but this was the only one that was available, and I have to think it's probably going to get dirty just from, like, yellow shows dirt more clearly. Oh well. It has the same dial. This is what very important when you're looking for this, is that that dial is what's going to be the quality control. Even those with the big fans on the side, don't buy it. Not as good. Not worth it. More expensive, not as good. For our purposes, I should say. If you have like a huge surface and you're painting, that big fan's useful. But for us, this is what you want. This is the greatest of all the heat guns that are available as far as I've ever seen. Ever. So, I'm thinking of naming it. I'm not entirely sure what. But we will see. I should have. I've definitely got something in the future I'm going to show you that I should have named, and I'm going to put that on a video. But given the life that it's going to be around for a long time, it deserves some sort of place within my videos. Oh well, I'm really looking forward to working with this, and I hope you guys take my advice, and when you buy a heat gun, if you're going to buy a heat gun, get this model. Definitely is superior in many ways. It comes with a few heads. Typically, I just lose the heads, but I can see how these could potentially be useful for heating up certain sections, but not other sections, or directing airflow and so on and so forth. But a lot of times I just sort of lose them, and say use another piece of material to direct the heat, like a piece of MDF. I'll just oh well. And while I was there, as a little bonus footage, I kind of have my dovetail saw, my Japanese style pool saw, dovetail saw. It was kind of showing some age. It's still useful for plastic, but for wood, it's not going to happen. Its teeth are, when you look at it in the light, the teeth are bent in a few spots, and I've broken one tooth here. And it's maybe not a huge deal to people who don't know. Maybe the heavier saws is not a huge deal. With these, this is more of a precision tool, I guess you could say. It drags. The drag is way harder. It just doesn't cut efficiently. And when you're using this floppy head, it will definitely do weird stuff if it catches or snags or whatever the case is. Also, one thing I kind of do, whether I like to or not, I'm trying to avoid it, is there's a bit of glue in the teeth from when I sawed something that had glue in it. I tried to avoid that. But this is still good, in my opinion, for plastic work. Woodwork in any way, nope, done. So I got a brand new one. Here it is in packaging if you're looking for what it looks like when you buy it. It's about 13 to 15 bucks. It's pretty expensive for just a saw. If I could, I would prefer just to get the blade and maybe save a little money, but I think these are like 50 cents a piece, so whatever. Probably not a huge deal in saving that money. But this is what you're looking for here. Yep, see, Japanese style pool saw. Is it to say Dove saw anywhere? It used to say Dove saw in here somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, of course these are amazing. If you have ever seen me show these off, it has a really thin profile blade. It can do curved cuts, and those kind of things really make it amazing when you're working with plastics and smaller materials. If you're working for bigger wood, don't even bother. Use a bigger saw. I would say the max on this would be maybe 1/2 inch MDF or wood. Maybe if you want to horribly kill it. But yeah, stick to a heavier saw on those kinds of cases. 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch MDF or wood, sure, you'll get away with it. But this is for more fine work than your average saw you see in the stores, I guess you could say. But yes, that was a little bonus footage, I guess. But this is our new heat gun. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna maybe tack an S here at the beginning, and that's gonna be its name. But otherwise, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this informative and useful in your own work. And I'm really hoping to get a lot of good use out of this tool. Thanks for watching. Good times to all. Roar! Hey, Cosmo, before I finish up this video, I want to say thanks for everyone who likes and subscribes. But the people who comment, you guys have a special place in my heart. It really does keep me motivated. I don't know, I do try to talk to you one-on-one, but maybe someday I'll have enough questions and so on to do like a regular Monday Q&A session like I used to. But for now, I just try and spread the information and love I have for all you cosplayers out there. I don't know if you know someone who needs help, if you see someone who could use a heads up and maybe is new to the cosplay community, maybe hasn't seen some of these kind of informational videos, let them know. It really helps me out. I'm gonna go make more vids, have some fun, make some stuff, do cosplay things. Thanks for watching, guys. Good times to all.